What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to my channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli, and today we're back with a continuation of yesterday's build. So yeah, today I'm just gonna be adding the bedroom upstairs, doing some of the bathrooms, and I will be sorry, my brother is sleeping. So if you hear him snoring, sorry for the snoring, but yeah, he's sleeping and he's in a dead sleep. Tried to wake him up, but it ain't working, and I have to record this, so I apologize. Try to tune him out. Anyways, so yeah, today we are doing the bedrooms, we are doing the bathrooms, and we're putting some clutter around the place. Plus, I have to fix the lighting. I hate in The Sims 4. You see where that you see in the light, like in the wall, it's so bright. It annoys the heck out of me. Like all you see is like a flashing light. Like the color is pale. It's like pale yellow, or like a cream, a very rich cream. But like, sorry, my dog destroyed my shirt today, so I'm like not touching her. I'm not touching her. I'm not going near her right now. I'm mad at her. So she's like coming next to me to like say some sorry because she ruined my shirt today. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. The lighting just was okay. Want to go outside? Come on, come on. Let's go. I had to trick her. Okay, I'll take her outside when I'm done this. But anyways, what I was saying was that yeah, the lighting irks with me. But anyways, how y'all doing? Hope y'all having a great Friday. I am. I don't know. I have a few things to do. My sister's having a baby shower tomorrow, so I have to go out and get her a few gifts. So there's that to do, and then I also have some stuff to pre-build for tomorrow for you guys. So yeah. Anyways, though, so today, a subscriber actually asked me yesterday that he was thinking of making making a YouTube channel, which is great. I recommend everyone doing it. To do it, and he asked me what are some tips to know about, like some tips in sense to like for a starter pack per se. So I'm going to talk about that in this part. So if you're interested in making YouTube videos, what did you do or what did I do? So like I said before, but I'm gonna say this right now. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not the best YouTuber, as you know. I'm just a person who does this for a hobby. That's what I'm looking to do. Some people are doing. I did like no. When I first did this, I did this like, you know, because I'll be a big YouTuber, but then I realized that was going to happen, so I thought I could do this for a hobby at least. Now I'm doing it as a hobby because I know I can't make a bunch of money off of it. And I want to first thing to say, if people go into, oh my god, no, like it depends on your ratio and everything, but you don't always make a ton of money from YouTube. Just to let people know, because a lot of people are like, oh my god, like I'm going to be rich and all that stuff. No, it takes a lot of hard work and a good following base, you know, for you to make a good amount of money. Like I'm making a good enough money for me to like live off of. Not really. I'm looking for a job right now because I got bills to pay. But if you're in it for the money, you're not gonna make it to. Well, a lot of people are in it for the money and they're still doing it. But I recommend you do it. You do something that you like. So, for example, I like The Sims 4, and do something that you know you're not gonna get bored of easily. In the sense that if you do gain a following, like for example, I have a following of The Sims 4. If I hated The Sims 4 and then for the rest of I've been doing The Sims 4 for 3 years. If I hate The Sims 4, then it'd be like a real big struggle for me, you know, to do it. If you're doing something as a hobby, for example, like you just started like paper mache, you want to do paper mache, that's totally fine. But make sure, because you might like it right now, but if you don't like it in the long haul and boof, you get popular and you just automatic change, sometimes it won't work because some people subscribe to you mainly for your paper mache skills, and if you don't like paper mache now and you cut that and you do something else, people might unfollow you, people might not watch your videos anymore. So one thing I do recommend is if you're doing something for YouTube, make sure you like what you're doing. That's the biggest one. If you don't like what you're doing, then don't do it. Simple as that. Figure something else out. There's so much things in the world you can do. Like you can honestly do the most stupidest thing and it can get popular on YouTube. Anything can be popular on YouTube. I feel like the most stupid things on YouTube are the ones that get popular. So honestly, don't pressure yourself. Just do something that you personally like and love and that you can see yourself doing every single day, because this is a hobby, not a job. It shouldn't stress you out. If it does stress you out, take a break, take a breather. But yeah, that's my one big thing, is do something that you truly like, because in the long haul, it will be a lot. it will be. So anyways, second of all, don't go into YouTube with high expectations. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't gonna solve your purpose. Don't go in there thinking, okay, I'll post up these nice builds and then by, you know, a year from now I'll have 10,000. It could happen, it could not. Some people, it takes them like 3 years to get 10,000. Some people, it takes them like a month, you know. It depends. Just don't go into YouTube with high expectations, because there's a good chance you'll get let down. There's so many YouTubers out there, and there's so much people that actually do get proper like subscribers and like and do get what they need. Okay, my dog will be right back. sorry about that. I had to go let my dog out. But yeah, there's some people that get into YouTube expecting a lot, and then they do it for like 2 months or 3 months and only get 3 subscribers, and then, you know, poof, they stop doing it anymore because they don't get what they thought would happen. They see all these big YouTubers out there and expect that. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have 6 to 7 different YouTube channels. Most of them failed. This is the only one that actually got some success. I remember I did this one. Before I did this one, I was a reactioner. I reacted to K-pop. I did that for a year and a half. I only gained 105 subscribers in the year. So, yeah, it was a low blow. I put a lot of work into that. I got, this is the second thing is, I know this sounds weird and like, what? Don't put 110% into YouTube when you just start off. Don't do it. Don't do it unless like unless like you personally like, you know, plus 2 things. If you have the time to do it, then go for it. Or if you have if you personally like editing and you personally love like all that type of stuff, then go for it. But if you don't like it and it's a bit tedious to you, like for me, I'm not the big editing person. Like it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm making a thumbnail, or not thumbnail, but if I'm making like example thumbnails, I'm very cheap with my thumbnails. I have this program that I use. It takes me like a minute, but I'm still too lazy to do them sometimes. That's why I won't upload sometimes. So I'm like, I don't really want to do a thumbnail because I'm too lazy to open up the website. Like I said, there's that, and then there's also some other things. But yeah, if you are a person that doesn't like editing and you're not big into it, then don't do it. Of course, make it look good, make it look decent at least, but don't put like 100. Don't put like 4 hours into it if you're like just starting it. You know, put a solid hour or 2. Like try to cut corners. Like that's what I'm saying. You cut corners. Like if you have to, yeah. Don't. I don't know. Just try to cut corners. Don't put 110% into YouTube when you first get it, because I've seen some YouTubers that have like an intro and, you know, they have this beautiful, like they do this vlog and like it's beautifully edited, and they only get like, let's see, they only have like, how much did that person have? 89 subscribers, and their most viewed video was like 100, and they put so much effort into their videos, and I don't think they make videos anymore. And that's one of the big reasons. Don't make this, like, if you're doing YouTube, don't make this a big thing. Like, make it as, you know, you're doing like a fun project. Leave it as it is. Like for me, when I first started off, all I did was, you know, I do now, I don't really do that much when it comes to editing. I just speed up the video, I do a voiceover or play some music in the background, then I uploaded it. I don't do anything. I don't cut through anything. I don't go through anything in my videos. Sometimes I'll do it, but I just personally, I know for a fact if I have to do that every single time, I know for a fact down in the road when I was first doing this stuff, I wouldn't have lasted long. Because for me, example, when I first started Machiavelli, I started it back in June, but I didn't really take it seriously till November. But I started back in June. I posted like 1 video per week. I did mainly cast back then. If you guys were like one of my first ever subscribers, like my first 100, you'd see my cast videos. I still remember when I first hit 1,000. Wow, talk about fake friends. I had like, back in the days, I had like this little community of like YouTubers who like, we had like 500 subscribers and below. And I'd like recently joined and I had the least. And I still remember I was joining it, and then I was like, I felt left out because everyone's like, oh my god, I gained like 20 subscribers today, and I'm like, I gained 0. I had like 85 subscribers, and then I switched up to doing, like back then I was doing I think my first time I ever got 100 subscribers was actually a few days before my birthday. After my birthday, I got it on the 23rd of September. I will always remember that I got my first 100. I started back in June, and I got my first 100 in September. So it took me 4 months, 4 and a month and a half, and a little bit to get my first set of subscribers, which was tedious. I gave up halfway through it sometimes, and then I came back. It was a little back and forth, but again, since I didn't really put that much work, I just pretty much recorded what I recorded, like I normally play The Sims 4. So I've like recorded me making the sim I was gonna make anyways. And I'll just like play some music in the background. So it didn't really take that much off of me and off of my time. So I didn't really feel like I was wasting a lot of my time doing this, you know, putting a lot of effort into it just as yet. But of course now I put more effort than I did before, of course. But again, I keep my effort minimal because I want this to be a hobby, not a full-out job that I have to like stress over every little thing. That's why I'm very free. When am I editing? I'm very free in general. I just do whatever. But anyways, but again, that's just typically me. Some people like editing, people like doing all that stuff, and if that's for you, do it. Like I said, do what you like. But if it's draining you, just cut it down. That's one of my big things because, like, again, my brother also does YouTube, but his videos take like a week to film and edit, like a week, and he doesn't get that much subscribers, so he stopped doing YouTube. And that's why I was like, bruh, you gotta cut down. Like, they shouldn't take this long to do, because then you're gonna feel drained, and you're not gonna do anymore. You're gonna feel like, what's the point, you know? So there's that. So that's another thing I recommend is don't put 110% into what you're doing. So how we're doing now is do something you're passionate with. Don't put 110% into it. And what's it called again? Don't spend a lot of money. That's one of the things I failed with. I spent money. Remember talking about my first like reaction channel? I went out, I bought like curtains for my backdrop, I bought a camera, I bought a mic. I bought this mic actually back then to do this. I bought a mic. I bought a new desk setup. I bought a new keyboard. You know, I just bought some things because, like, you know what? It's all good because I'm going to make back my money in the long haul when I get into YouTube. So, like, I'll be totally fine with spending this money now. I made no money back and I just gained stress. You see, like I said, don't put money into it. If you have an existing, like, well, that's the thing is, with Sims 4 at least, I personally just like playing The Sims 4, so I bought my desktop just to play The Sims 4, so I didn't really lose money in that sense. So that was good. Actually, was I right? Yeah, I didn't really lose money in that sense because I need the desktop anyways, because this is what I love to do. So I had this desktop even before I started my Sims 4 YouTube channel. But yeah, don't put a lot of money into it. It's not worth it because there's no for fact you're going to have a return. But if you like, for example, you like photography and you want to buy a camera, that's fine. And then poof, that camera can be used for YouTube, like something like that. If you want to do photography and you can't afford a camera, I recommend using your smartphone. It's actually good enough. It does the job if you use it properly. Find the right lighting. Most likely you need natural light. I think the best way to film is in natural light anyways. You can buy those little cheap box lights if you want to. If it's cheap, that's fine, but just don't spend like hundreds of dollars if you have to. I spent $100 and something on my camera that I didn't use. Well, I used a lot, but I didn't like get any return from it. But yeah, spend your money wisely. Don't invest in something that you have no clue if there's gonna be a return or not with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are like my tips on starting it. If you want to know what I use to record and everything like that, it's pretty basic. I use a software for recording. I use a software that comes with my computer. I don't know. I've actually found I used to use OBS, but this program works way better. It works way better with my frame rates, and I can record in 360, so that's great. I have no clue what the recording's called. It's like Xbox something recorder, I don't know, screen recorder, anything, but I use that. For editing, I use Filmora. I had Filmora from back in the days, when it first came out. I had it back when it was like $45 or $40 for the pack. Now it's like 60 something bucks, like wow. But yeah, I had Filmora for a long time, so I use Filmora to do that. Editing software, I use like clip arts on on Google. I use that to make my thumbnails. But yeah, I find I fairly use cheap programs. I don't pay for programs. Well, I pay for Filmora. That's pretty much it. My mic, I bought this a long time ago for my other channel. So like I said, follow those things and that should help you. And remember guys, when you start off YouTube, make sure it's a hobby. Don't look for it as a job just yet, until you can actually like find yourself making money from it. Then you can see it as a job. But for now, think of it as a hobby that you do for fun. And let's go by that. That's it. Make sure it's your hobby, and hopefully this helps you out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye guys.
Oh no, I think I've lost my